If you're headed to Kasauli and wondering what's worth your time, you're in for a treat. This tiny Himachali hill station may not be as flashy as Shimla or Manali, but trust me, it punches way above its weight class for charm. You'll find fewer crowds and more moments where you think, why didn't I come here sooner? Let me walk you through a dozen places that simply must be on your list. Start with Monkey Point. It's the highest point in Kasauli, and the views will make your jaw drop. Mountains stretch into the horizon, and on a clear day, you might even spot the sparkling waters of the Sutlej River. But beware of the monkeys. They're bold and will snatch anything shiny. Keep your sunglasses close. Next up is the Gilbert Trail, a nature lover's dream. It's not a long hike, maybe 5 kilometers, but every step feels like you've walked into a postcard. The trail is lined with lush greenery, chirping birds, and occasional mist rolling in. Wear good shoes. It can get a little slippery when wet. If you're into history or just love the charm of old churches, don't skip the Christ Church. Built in 1853, this British Raj-era church looks straight out of a fairy tale, with its stained glass windows and Gothic architecture. There's something peaceful about just sitting in the garden here, soaking in the quiet. Then there's Sunset Point. Now, I know watching the sunset sounds cliché, but wait till you actually see it here. The way the sky burns in shades of orange and purple with mountains silhouetted in the foreground, it's the kind of thing that makes your Instagram feed explode. Pro tip, go early to grab a good spot. If you've got kids or you're just a kid at heart, make a stop at the Mall Road. It's not massive like in Shimla, but it's cozy and charming. You'll find shops selling everything from woolen socks to locally made jams and pickles. Definitely try the roadside momos. They hit the spot every time. For a little adventure without going too far, there's Timber Trail. It's actually a cable car ride that offers jaw-dropping views of the valley below. Sure, your heart might skip a beat when you look down, but it's worth every second of that, am I really doing this adrenaline rush? The Kasauli Brewery is hands down my favorite stop for a drink. Built in the 1820s, it's one of the oldest distilleries in Asia. You can even tour the facility. And their malt whiskey? Smooth as silk. Bonus, you get bragging rights when you tell your friends you drank whiskey where it's been made for 200 years. Nature's peace hits differently at Lover's Lane, a serene walking path perfect for quiet mornings. It's less crowded than Gilbert Trail and equally beautiful. Whether you're visiting solo, as a couple, or with family, this spot almost demands you slow down and breathe in the mountain air. Dagshai Jail Museum is offbeat but incredibly interesting. It's a short drive, and this colonial-era prison gives you a real sense of India's history. The cells are preserved exactly as they were, and it's both eerie and fascinating. You'll leave knowing a little more than when you arrived. Another gem is the Central Research Institute. I know, it sounds super boring, but hear me out. The campus is beautiful, the history is rich, and the museums inside give you a glimpse of pioneering medical science from the 20th century. Underrated? Big time. If you're up for a scenic day trip, head to Kuthar Fort, just about 30 kilometers away. It's over 800 years old and still standing proud with mesmerizing architecture. Plus, the panoramic views from here are next level. It's like stepping into a different era altogether. Finally, pack a picnic and head to Sabathu. It's a quiet little cantonment area, and you'll find yourself surrounded by breathtaking scenery with almost no one around. Pure, uninterrupted nature. Toss your phone aside for this one. You won't need it. There you go, the best of Kasauli in one list. It's unpretentious, dreamy, and refreshingly quiet. Whether it's your first trip or your fifth, the magic of this place just doesn't wear off.